You know, I can't be the only person that just goes and be like, hey, you know, today will be a good day to play an RPG Maker game. So I go online, get an RPG Maker game, download it, install it, all that good stuff, play it, run through it, get to the first boss, you know, I fight that first boss, and it's like, yeah, and I lose because I suck at RPGs, and then I get a game over. I'm like, oh, well, that sucks. Well, I guess I'll go try again. And then I remember, oh yeah, that's right. RPG Maker sends you straight back to the title screen after you get a game over. And I never save. The Game Over Core plugin. A plugin gives you more customization over your game over scene. Yeah! Let's get straight into what you can do. The first thing is you can have multiple game over images for your game over scene within your game. Simply go into your images folder, some random dude folder, game over folder, create that if you haven't already, and then of course input all the game over images you wish to use for your game right here like so. If you wish to use one of those images, simply input their file name just like that. And when your party gets that game over image will be used for your game. So yeah! And of course, if you wish to switch that image at any time, simply use the plugin command set game over image, then input the file name of one of the files within that game over folder within the some random dude folder and whatever. So yeah, lets you have multiple ones with that throughout a game and stuff. Yeah. But of course, if you just want to use the default one within the system folder, just leave this blank like that and it'll be good to go. But now to get into the meat of this plugin. As you can see, once your party receives a game over with this plugin installed, after a game over scene like this, you'll be given this command which allows you to, you know, retry your battle, load a game, or return to the title. Which is obviously going to let you either return to the title screen, load a game from list one of your loaded files that you've saved, or retry the battle, which will bring you directly back to the beginning of the battle with your party in the exact same status it started that battle with. It just saves the battle every time, and whenever you hit the retry button, it'll return back to the battle, making things a lot more convenient for the player, because now they know I'm longer have to, like, you know, have to do the thing where, like, they have to worry about saving their game constantly, because, you know, that boss you made sure isn't going to be easy to beat, and man, you do not want to make the player, you know, have to load their game and continue going back to that boss. So yeah, the retry command. Awesome. Back in the parameters, as you can see right here, the command window is going to have a bunch of options for it. The first one is just whether you're going to use it or not. So if you set this false, it'll just remove the command window, making it more like the original game over scene. Or if you leave this as true, it'll use a command window like you saw before. Second is the command window phase. Now within the game over scene, there's going to be 3 phases. The start, which occurs before the game over image appears. The middle, which occurs when the game over scene is actually visible. And the end, which occurs when the game over scene fades out. We'll get more to this later, but essentially this allows you to set where the command window appears and essentially where the game over scene is going to end. Beneath that is the allow retry command, which lets you set whether or not you want to use the retry command in your game. Once again, you can set this to false to remove the retry command, or leave it as true to make it so the retry command is used in your game and stuff. And then finally, you have the command window X and Y, which allow you to use numbers or JavaScript evaluations to set the position of the command window. So you can set like a JavaScript code or maybe just 300 because, you know, you're lazy like that. Yeah. Beneath these parameters are the command to text, which essentially allow you to customize what text appear on that command window. So we can set this to just simply retry, just like this. We can set load game to maybe just, you know, load. And then we can return the title just be go back to title. Just like that. And as you can see here, once our game over scene ends, it'll bring up our command window with all our customized options, just like this. So yeah, that's that. The final and most significant part of this plugin is the ability to call common events throughout the entire game over scene. As you can see right here, you have 3 choices for common events. The start common event, the middle common event, and the end common event, which are obviously going to appear during those phases I mentioned earlier. So let's get straight into it. For example purposes, we'll set start common event to 1, we'll set middle common event to 2, and we'll set end common event to 3, meaning that at the beginning of the game over scene, the start common event will be played. In the middle common event will be played, which is going to be common event number 2, and at the end, common event ID 3 will be played. And as you can also see, common events 1, 2, and 3 will correspond to the 3 common events with the start phase, middle phase, and end phase. So let's see what happens when these are used in an actual common event, or, well, game over scene. Once the party is defeated and we go to the game over scene, first the start phase occurs where the start phase common event is going to be played. And after that's done, the game over image is going to appear, fade in, and then the middle phase is going to occur with the common event occurring right there. Finally, we're going to stay like this until the player hits the enter button, which fades out the game over and starts the end phase common event right here. Then finally, after all that, it brings up the command window just like that. So in brief terms, all 3 of these common events allow you to put specific events to occur throughout the different phases of a certain game over scene. Perhaps you want something to occur before the game over appears. Perhaps you want something to occur when the game over is active. Or perhaps you want something to like happen or dialogue to occur after the game over image has faded out. It's up to you. Now here's some examples. Let's say, for example, you want to make a system similar to Pokemon, where after you lose a battle, the player is teleported to a Pokemon Center, entirely healed, and losing a penalty of maybe 20 gold or something. As you can see here, we can do it with a common event. We'll say something like the player shamefully locked away, they dropped 200 gold. Then we'll actually make them lose 200 gold, we'll recover the entire party, and then we'll place them somewhere out on the map or something, like in the house right here. Then we'll choose a specific phase to have this common event occur. Since we want to occur at the beginning of the common event phase, before the game over scene appears, we'll set it as a start common event right here. And once a party is defeated and we go on to the game over scene, it'll say the player shamefully walked away, they dropped 200 gold, it'll remove 200 gold, bring us back to this point, and as, well, we didn't have any gold to begin with, but you get the point, like, we made it back here. So that's one system you can create using the game over core. Now, one thing you may be asking is how can we keep it up to date with the most recent, you know, Pokemon Center, quote unquote, with this? Well, you could just create like a conditional branch and then use a variable to keep track. Or you could use plugin commands to change the common events. For example, set game over start common event, set game over middle common event, and set game over end common event. And then just, you know, do the plugin command like this, and then input the ID of the common event you want to be set to that specific phase of the game over scene. Oh, yeah, so we'll do like 2. Yeah. Also, as a final note, you can use reset game over common event and reset game over image to like reset the common event and the image back to their default stated in the parameters and stuff. So that's another convenient thing you can do. Yeah. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, down the link to the plugin that's in the description of this video. And if you enjoyed, you should give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe and also leave a comment. Comments are great, right? I'm sure. I think they're great, right? I don't know. Well, yeah, so that's all for now. Share? I don't know. Oh yeah, so like let's end this video off. Here's a video of me like taking a rubber band and using it to connect 3 crumpled up, yeah, that count them, 1, 2, 3 crumpled up water bottles all together to make one massive crumpled up water bottle. Can you believe it? I can't. So I haven't even recorded that. I just made that up right now. I see a rubber band on my desk right now, so I know I'm gonna have to make that video happen. So yeah, like, what's the word for this? Psychic future seeing. That's definitely what I'm referring to. Anyway, that's all for now. Bye.